Gentlemen, thank you for being here today. We're going to call this meeting of the Senate Public Safety Committee to order. We've got folks that need to be in other committee meetings to present bills as well as serve in those committees, so we're going to move along quickly. If I could have our very own Senator Bo Hatchett come down and present Senate Bill 237. If you want to go up to the podium so all the viewers at home can see your smiling face. And we did have a substitute that came in from the original bill, so I just want to make sure, Senator, we're all looking at the same LC number, and that should be LC 500545 ECS. Is that correct?
That is correct, Mr. Chairman.
All right, I'll turn it to you.
Thank you very much, and to the thousands of people that are watching online.
Millions, but yeah,
Millions.
yeah.
Is it millions now? I knew it was up there. This is a bill that I'm bringing on behalf of Governor Kemp. This is a bill that will help our law enforcement recruit and retain public law enforcement officers across the state of Georgia. What this bill does is it is a loan repayment program for peace officers to use to pay down student loan debt. It will come in the form of 5 installments over 5 years, $4,000 each, up to $20,000. And this builds upon what the governor did last year, adding criminal justice degrees to the high demand career to be eligible for HOPE and career grants. The HOPE career grant, excuse me. This budget is included in this is included in the governor's budget. It's going to cost $3.2 million per year. That's the estimated cost, and it will be run by the Georgia Student Finance Commission. And I have the president of the Georgia Student Finance Commission here, Lynn Riley, if you guys have any questions that I cannot answer.
Thank you very much for the presentation. First off, I want to thank you for bringing it forward on behalf of the governor. His work to back our finest has been unmatched and certainly well received. I do have a sign-up sheet here. However, I'm going to put it back out here. If you do not fill it all in, you will not talk. So please put that back out. Thank you. Is there questions from the committee members for the bill's author?
Just at the appropriate time.
All right, I don't see any, and I don't have anybody signed up to talk any further. Okay, at the appropriate time is now, Senator Dugan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move to pass.
Second.
A second from Senator Goodman, motion by our own Senator Dugan. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Passes unanimously.
Thank you,
Congratulations,
Mr. Chairman.
Senator. Best of luck in rules and
Thank
off
you,
to,
members.
I think, judiciary, right?
That's right.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Okay, next, you will see in your folders that we had a bill that was actually on the table from back in a previous meeting. That was Senate Bill 38. If you remember, this is the placement of cameras in school zones that has been law for some time now. I just want to remind everyone that the cameras that are currently in school zones are patrolling the streets where there is a school zone speed limit. Now, that street is governed by whoever the local municipality is. That is either a city or a county. If there's an accident, the city or the county shows up. If they have to restripe the roads, it's the city or the county that shows up. And if they have to do anything to run radar, do anything else to slow people down, it is that city and county. Henceforth, I want to commend Senator Robertson and his great work on this bill. And would you like to make a motion to bring this off the table, Senator?
I would, please, Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a motion to bring SB 38, LC 393614 off the table.
Is there a second? Second. I got a second from Senator Goodman. Further discussion? It is off the table. Now I'll open it up for a motion.
I'll make a motion to pass.
Motion to pass. I got a second from Senator Payne. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please raise your hand. All those opposed, like sign. Oh, passes unanimously. All right, very good. Thank you very much. And we're now going to move on to Senate Bill 2. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. Senate Bill 218. Where is Senator Rett? Come on down. First off, I want to thank you, Senator Rett, for the great work that you did with working with myself, with all the departments, the great communication with our Department of Corrections, and I know you also work with pardons and paroles and other to get us to where we are today. Okay, we're going to try one more time for anybody who wants to fill this out. If you don't fill out all the boxes, you cannot talk. Thank you. I'll turn it over to you, Senator Rett.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, my fellow senators, colleagues, friends, and y'all. Simple bill, we're just codifying into law what they pretty much do already, where the bill provides for the Department of Driver Safety, working with the Georgia Department of Correction, to issue personal IDs to any Georgia resident lacking an ID upon completion of a term of incarceration in any prison or detention facility in the state of Georgia. If anybody has a question, I have my friends here with me. Rita Rocker from the State Board of Paroles and Pardons, Jay Sanders, Assistant to the Commissioner of the Department of Corrections, Rob Thrower, Legislative Affair, and Leslie, oh, there she is, Department of Driver Safety, and then Mr. Morgan there, who's one of the persons who helped craft this bill. But basically, that's all it does. And it helps as far as recidivism, helping people to get back on track. Because, you know, a lot of times when people, when they leave jail, they want to leave in a hurry. But this way we can give them a driver's license and they can catch Greyhound or drive off.
Thank you, Senator. I do want to clarify, I know in your good work, you also met with the Sheriff's Association.
Yes, sir.
They are at a different meeting right now. However, I want everyone to know who's on the committee that this does not apply to the jails by our sheriffs, because that's typically a shorter term incarceration than going to one of our state prisons. So this is specifically with the Department of Corrections. And I would like for someone from the Department of Corrections to come up in a moment and just speak on behalf. I know we made some changes to make that permissive to May as well, but I do think this is a good program to help people. Are there questions from the committee members for the bill's author? Question from Senator Robertson.
Senator Rett, I just want to thank you for this forward-thinking and compassionate legislation, but you just made a statement, and I just want to clarify. This allows DDS to issue them a state ID card, correct?
State ID card if they request one, or driver's license.
Okay, the driver's license portion, they still have to go through all the procedures required by any other citizen to obtain a driver's license, correct?
I believe that's correct.
Okay, I
That
see a
is
lot
correct.
I see a lot of head nodding, so I assume it is. Thank you, I appreciate that.
I see our very own Shavonda Leslie, who always does a fantastic job helping both our committee and our constituents. I know you are signed up to talk, but do you want to just give us a thumbs up that you're good with this, or do you want to come address the committee? Okay, all right. All right, I'd like someone from Corrections to come up and speak to us. So, Doc, if you wouldn't mind just stepping aside for a moment. And if you could just give us a quick overview of how you think this is going to work and managing the process and what your thoughts are on this bill.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I got Jay Sanders with me here as well, in case we didn't get into the nitty-gritty. But we appreciate working with Senator Redd on this. He asked to bring this legislation forward, and we asked, if you do this, work with us on some things we can and can't do. That's why the shalls were changed to may. There are some obstacles and hurdles that the department is not able to overcome as it pertains to the Federal Real ID Act when it involves getting a driver's license or a personal ID card. And so we are in lockstep with the committee and the intent of Senator Rett in trying to make sure that everybody who leaves our custody is afforded a personal ID card or driver's license. There are just some things as it pertains to the Federal Real ID Act that kind of binds us that we can't overcome. And so that was our intent with the language change in the bill and the substitute.
Very good. Questions for our friends at the Department of Corrections? Thank you for working on this. I think, again, it's good legislation.
Thank you.
All right. That's all I've got for the sign-up sheet. Any other questions? Senator Dugan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Considering I thought we were already doing this as a state at the appropriate time, I'd like to make a motion.
All right. One moment. Is there any final comments, Senator Rett, you'd like to make? Oh, you have a question. Hold on one moment. Senator Jackson, it wouldn't be a committee meeting if we didn't get at least one good question from you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to be clear, is this a actual ID that people are receiving, like what you would get from DDS, or is this some type of other thing that isn't a real ID?
So let me refer back to Chairman Dugan's response. We are currently working with the Georgia Department of Corrections to issue these credentials to the returning citizens. That it is an actual ID or driver's license, depending on what they had in the system at the time. If they did not have a driver's license, then we would not issue a driver's license.
Okay.
Other questions for Ms. Leslie? Oh, okay. Any other questions for either Ms. Leslie or for the bill's author? Senator, would you like to close out, or are you good to go? All right, he's good to go. So I'm going to go back to Senator Dugan, who I believe had a motion.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move to pass.
All right, and I thank Senator Goodman.
Second.
As a second, is there any further discussion from the committee members? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Passes unanimously. Congratulations, Senator Rett. Best of luck in the Rules Committee. Thank you all for coming today. This meeting of the Public Safety Committee is hereby adjourned.